Why was I fascinated with the long, silky, soft hair? Because in my language, my mother tongue, which is Luganda, and actually I found out that in all African cultures, people grade your hair in your family. Either it's your mother herself, or your aunties, or whoever is doing your hair, or the nanny, or and we even had a nanny whose children at one point did our hair. She had adult children, and I'll get to that story later. But we knew that we have two words in Luganda for hair. We have hair that's really hard and knotty and this durable, or for people in America, when the hairdresser saw it, she called it that original African hair, that real original African hair. But anyway, and some people call it naps in America, but I heard those words much later. In my country, the people with the hard hair was called kaweke, and the soft hair is called masanje. Those words are purely for hair. They're not used, those adjectives, they're not used anywhere else. They're used to describe your specific type of hair. And I remember a lady, I don't know if it was one of the nannies or one of the wives of one of the workers, the domestic workers at home. Anyway, we were three girls that were very close in age. I was the eldest. The sister who followed me is 2 years younger than me, and the sister who follows her is 3 years younger than me. And they graded our hair. So she looked at my hair. She fooled around with it. She undid the braids because it was always braided, and she said, "Oh, onalina kaweke," which means this one has kaweke. Then she goes to my sister and she goes, "Oh, even this one has kaweke." Then she gets to my younger sister and she says, "Aha, this one has masanje." And I remember the word masanje was just, it sounds so, for someone who doesn't speak my language, but I think even onomatopoeically, the words themselves can be understood by someone who doesn't even speak the language. I remember the word masanje. It sounded so soft and luxurious and long and desirable and rare, precious. And of course, she started with the sister who had masanje. She sang on and on about how beautiful my younger sister's hair was, about when she grew up, how men were going to line up to marry her because of this fabulous hair of hers, how easy it was. And my little sister sat there, and when they would comb her hair, she wouldn't cry or cringe or any of the things that we did. And her hair was done quickly. The whole ordeal was always over for her first. And she would get up and run off into the garden, freed from torture by this fantastic masanje hair of hers, into a bright future. Because remember, the domestic worker had already told us that she had a bright future that was distinctly linked to the fact that she was blessed with this soft, fluffy hair. And then I would sit down, and of course, the tears would start. I'd get told to sit still, stop fidgeting. The more you fidget, the more it will hurt. We've got to work on you. Don't you want a good future? Don't you want to have a husband? Don't you want to get married? You're not going to get anywhere in life. Don't you want to look smart for church tomorrow? You're not going to get anywhere in life if you insist on resisting the things that we have to do, the hills that we have to climb on your behalf to get this hair to be presentable. Amazing, huh? This is in Africa, from original African people that had not been exposed to any kind of Western thinking. These are things that were already in our culture before the white man came to this continent. Amazing.